So my another Snake Chapman tune I really like, and I think is great for this early intermediate level, but is just as much fun if you're a little more advanced, is Bring Me Back My Hodi Cake. And that's also on Walnut Gap. So that's a pretty easy recording to find. It's also on YouTube, so you can listen to the whole album on there, which is great. This one is in the key of A, and it's also an A-A-B-B structure. It's a great jam tune. It's a great dance tune. It's one you can really kind of get lost in, and it has a few fun little things that he likes to put in his tunes that I can show you. So I think it's a good example of a little simpler tune, but it's really fun to play. So this is Bring Me Back My Hodi Cake. I'll play it up to speed and then we'll break it down. So I put in a few of his little embellishments throughout there. I'm sure you noticed, but the notes themselves are it's a pretty simple melody. So we're gonna start on our open E string, and we're gonna add our fourth finger in, and I hope if you're early intermediate, you may or may not be using your pinky a whole lot yet. I know I put it off as long as I could. I found it very intimidating, so if you do too, I understand. But this is a great way to use it, and a simple way to use it. So we'll just try that out for the first phrasing. We're gonna start on our open E string, and then we're gonna go open E to third finger E, and after that we're gonna just like a hammer-on. You're just gonna drop your fourth finger and pick it back up in the same bow motion. So down, open E, and then you're gonna do another two more notes of that third finger. So it sounds like this, like that. And if you are just not ready to do that, because I know some hands are small, fingers are small, or the muscle memory isn't there yet, you can just do your third finger for, you can bow your third finger a little bit more like that. So if that's what you need to do, that's what you need to do. But revisit this later with when your pinky is active. So again, O3, then open E again, and third finger twice, open E, and then to end that phrase, we're gonna use our third finger on the A. So to put that all together is like that. Do that one more time. And then we're gonna rock between our open E and our second finger on the A. So after that third finger, you're gonna go open E. So open E, second finger A, open E. So it's a short little phrase, but first finger on the E again. 1, 3, 3. Open, 1, open, and then second finger A, first finger open. So down that scale. So if we're gonna do the whole A part, it sounds like that. And then you repeat that, and then that will be 2 times through the A part. To go into it again, I'm gonna explain one of his other little embellishments that I think you'll hear on a lot of his tunes, and I really like it. I added in tunes even that I don't learn from him. It's just a nice when it works, it works. But it's a roll up. It's kind of a roll up the scale, and he does it on the E string. And a lot of times he'll do it leading into the A part. So if we're to start the A part over, normally we're gonna, where I just taught you, Instead, try to roll, starting with open E. We're going to do like that in one bow motion. So down bow, preferably. Open 1, 2, 3. And the faster you do it, the more in tempo. But you still do that fourth finger and then 2 notes of the third finger after that. So it sounds like this. And then the rest of it is the same. So if we're to play the A part twice, it sounds like this. And so that little roll, if that's tricky to get fast, that's something you can just practice. It's like a slur, open 1, 2, 3, like that. As you get better at that, you'll find more places in other tunes that works, and I think it's a nice thing to add. So the B part is pretty simple. We're only going to use our first finger, second finger, and open strings for D, A, and E strings. So it's kind of nice. You don't have to, it's not very complicated. But we're going to start the D part. We'll be on the D string, first finger. We're going to go 1, 2, open A, 1, 2, 1, open. So that phrase. And then we're going to do another rocking pattern of second finger A, open E, 2, E, 2, E, 2. So all that together sounds like. And as you're playing that, if you can kind of hit both those strings at the same time, you get that double stop, which sounds really nice. So like that. Because as you play it up to speed, you're going to be a little more loose with your bow, and those drones sound really great. And then to end the B part, we're going to go 1 on the D string again. 1, 2, open A. 1, 2, 1, open A. 2, E, open, and then 2, 1, open on the A. So all together that is. So that is the second half of the B part. Let me play the B part all together. And you'll repeat it, and that's it. So let me play through this one, Bring Me Back My Hodi Cake. I'll play the A part and B part twice pretty slowly, so you can play along. The last little embellishment I think I want to show you is the ending phrase of both the A and B parts. That on the D string you're going to go 2, 1, open. He will sorry, on the A string. 2, 1 open on the A string is how you end it. Sorry about that. So it's open E, 2 A, 1 A, open A. And what he will do is add a little bit of a like a trill, like a little hammer on. So when you get to your first finger of that phrase, open E, 2, 1, open, he will add that second finger, a little hammer on, when you're at the first, when your first finger is down. So like that. And he does that some of the time. He doesn't do it every time. But practice that, and that's also another useful embellishment for other tunes. So I hope that you got that and it makes sense. It's another great example of one of his tunes. So yeah, enjoy Bring Me Back My Hodi Cake.